The power to transform your life begins with a single, conscious decision: to recognize and interrupt the repetitive mental loops that often dictate your thoughts. Today is the day your journey shifts. Will you seize this opportunity? When you notice yourself slipping into autopilot thinking, pause for a moment and ask, is this thought serving me? More often than not, the answer will be no. These thoughts are nothing more than ingrained habits, loops running unchecked in the background of your mind without permission. Enter Stoicism, an ancient philosophy offering profound tools for transformation. One such practice is premeditation, which invites us to redirect our focus from dwelling on past regrets to anticipating future challenges with clarity and purpose. By mentally rehearsing how we'll navigate obstacles before they arise, we strip away the paralyzing grip of uncertainty and replace it with confidence. This simple yet powerful shift moves us out of yesterday's shadows and into tomorrow's possibilities. At its heart, Stoicism champions mindfulness, the art of grounding ourselves firmly in the present moment. Whether through meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply savoring the beauty around us, mindfulness allows us to reclaim control over our thoughts. Over time, this practice loosens the hold of old memories, freeing us to live authentically and fully engaged in the here and now. Yet Stoicism doesn't dismiss the past entirely. Instead, it teaches us to repurpose it as a source of growth. Every experience, joyful or painful, contains lessons waiting to be uncovered. When we stop viewing the past as a burden and start treating it as fertile ground for learning, we transmute memory into wisdom, propelling ourselves forward with renewed strength. Worry, however, remains one of the greatest thieves of peace. It drains our energy and distracts us from what truly matters. Much of our anxiety stems from fixating on things outside our control. As Epictetus wisely advised, true happiness lies in letting go of what is beyond our power. Divide your concerns into two categories: what you can influence and what you cannot. For worries outside your control, visualize releasing them like leaves floating down a stream, affirming that they do not deserve your mental energy. For those within your grasp, take decisive action. Marcus Aurelius urged focusing on the present moment and tackling tasks incrementally, restoring a sense of agency and accomplishment. Another potent Stoic tool is premeditatio malorum, the deliberate contemplation of potential adversities. Though it may seem counterintuitive, envisioning challenges prepares us to face them with resilience. By rehearsing how we'd respond to difficulties, we cultivate a calm and composed mindset, ready to weather any storm. Living under the shadow of worry need not define your existence. Through Stoic practices, you can refocus on what you can control, prepare for life's inevitable trials, and release the burdens of what lies beyond your reach. This shift not only alleviates worry, but enriches your quality of life, enabling you to embrace the present, the only place where true fulfillment resides. Self-doubt is another obstacle many of us face, a relentless inner critic that questions our abilities, decisions, and worth. It whispers insidious lies that dim our confidence and convince us we're never enough. But here's the liberating truth. Stoicism provides tools to silence that critical voice and build unshakable self-assurance. At the core of Stoic philosophy is the principle of focusing on our actions and judgments rather than seeking validation from external sources. As Epictetus observed, it's not what happens to you, but how you respond that defines your reality. Shifting your focus from external circumstances to your own responses empowers you to reclaim control over your life. To confront self-doubt, begin by observing your thoughts. Tune into that internal dialogue. Would you speak to someone you care about the way you speak to yourself? Treat your mind with the same compassion and encouragement you'd offer a friend. By doing so, you'll dismantle the foundation of self-doubt and step boldly into a life defined by purpose, clarity, and unwavering confidence. By embracing Stoic principles and shifting your mindset, you can turn self-doubt into a powerful force for growth, cultivating resilience that will sustain you through every step of life's journey. Challenge those insidious whispers of doubt that creep into your mind. Pause and ask yourself, is this thought truly within my control? Does it reflect reality? Or is it merely a shadow cast by fear? What advice would I give to someone else wrestling with these same feelings? Redirecting your energy toward what you can influence, your actions, values, and integrity, builds a profound sense of self-worth. The Stoics remind us that authentic confidence doesn't stem from external validation, but from aligning our lives with cherished principles and acting with unwavering virtue. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The power lies not in the events themselves, but in how we choose to respond." Embrace this truth, and you'll uncover an unshakable strength. Stoicism teaches us to view challenges not as barriers, but as opportunities for growth. Every obstacle becomes a crucible where resilience is forged and character refined. When we confront self-doubt directly, we transform moments of uncertainty into opportunities to demonstrate courage and fortitude. This journey is one of mastery over the mind, a deliberate focus on what we can shape while releasing attachment to what lies beyond our grasp. It's about transforming every experience into wisdom, turning stumbling blocks into stepping stones, and infusing each moment with purpose and clarity. Building confidence begins with gratitude for the talents you possess, no matter how modest they may seem, and for the progress you've made, however small. Reflect regularly on your achievements and acknowledge your inherent strengths. This practice serves as a potent antidote to inadequacy. Shift your focus away from perceived shortcomings and celebrate the capabilities you already embody. Overcoming self-doubt isn't about becoming someone new. It's about nurturing the potential that has always resided within you. Negative self-talk acts like a relentless storm cloud, casting doubt and sowing seeds of insecurity. Falling into the trap of self-criticism, convincing yourself you're incapable or undeserving, is all too easy. Yet this corrosive inner dialogue does more than erode confidence. It distorts your perception of reality, magnifying obstacles and dimming hope. Here, Stoicism offers clarity. Epictetus reminds us, "It is not things themselves that trouble us, but our interpretations of them." While we cannot always control what happens, we can control how we perceive and respond. And through this shift, we reclaim our power. The first step toward silencing the inner critic is awareness. Tune into your thoughts. Notice when self-criticism arises and question its validity. Ask yourself, is this belief accurate? Does it serve me? Would I speak to a friend with such harshness? Likely, you extend far greater kindness to others than to yourself. Once you identify negativity, challenge it. Stoicism doesn't advocate suppressing emotions, but rather confronting them head-on, questioning their foundation, and replacing distortion with reason. When thoughts like, "I always fail," surface, counter them with evidence of past successes or instances of competence. This isn't forced positivity. It's recalibrating your perspective to reflect truth. Another powerful Stoic tool is reframing. Instead of declaring, "I'm terrible at this," rephrase it to, "I am learning and improving." Such subtle shifts in language emphasize growth over stagnation, possibility over limitation. Remember, Stoicism champions action over rumination. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles are not dead ends, they are invitations to rise. By focusing on actionable steps today, you pivot from paralysis to empowerment, proving to yourself that even the smallest movement forward carries profound significance. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies an essential tool: self-compassion. Recognize that to err is human, and treat yourself with the same warmth and understanding you'd extend to a close friend.